Hey, what's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome into Fantasy Filmball, the show where we turn movies into sports and sports into something we don't talk about here. My name is Matt.
My name is Dyl, and we are back with a brand new draft here on the channel, and I feel like I say this every week now. I just keep stacking these L's one on top of the other. At one point, I had like a 5-game lead. Now you have a 2-game lead, so hopefully I can right the ship here today with our legal courtroom draft movies.
I'm excited for this courtroom draft, man. I think that there's some really great legal movies that have come out over the years. Films that I know I love, some films that I know everyone else loves a lot more than me, which I'm still probably going to take.
I took another L, so that means you had the first pick here today. And honestly, at least look at this list. I don't know if there's a clear number one.
Oh, no, there is a clear number one. Now, this wouldn't be my personal number one, but I gotta take 12 Angry Men. It's such a clear number one. Everyone loves this movie. It's a classic. People watch it in law classes. When people say that they've only seen like one or two old movies from like pre-1960, they're talking about 12 Angry Men and The Wizard of Oz. Those are the two movies. This would not be one of my favorite films, but it is an undeniable number one when it comes to this draft, so I gotta go for it right off the top here.
That is the clear number one. I was hoping by saying like, oh, there's not a clear number one. You're like, oh, maybe I can wait on 12 Angry Men. Maybe he hasn't seen it. So that strategy didn't really pay off. But now it's back to me. And there's two routes I can go for. I can go for the movies that everyone seems to love. They're very well regarded. They have stood the test of time. Or I go for the two I really love that have come up a lot more recently. So I feel like I'll go one and one. One that I really love being a film that we're going to talk about here on the channel later this week, Anatomy of a Fall, with my first pick. And I won't talk too much about it here. Just know if I'm taking it second overall, that means I probably really enjoyed it. Pair with Anatomy of a Fall, there's a few options here. One that you recently talked about in a What We Watch video, but I haven't seen that one. So to stick true, I'm not going to touch that one. But I'll go with the other one I feel like is very well regarded and well liked, and it has our man Tom Cruise in it, and that is A Few Good Men. It's instantly quotable. It's one that has stood the test of time. There's great performances in it, and I just think it's a very interesting and entertaining film just to put on any random day of the week.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Anatomy of a Fall very soon on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. You enjoyed it a lot more than I did. You probably enjoy A Few Good Men much more than I do as well, so I am not sweating either of those films going right off the bat, but instead I am going to take the classic, and Dylan, I think I just won the draft, To Kill a Mockingbird.
You know, maybe you did. I haven't seen it, so maybe more L's to me. Maybe that's why I'm taking somebody else's. I've
not even in like
stood strong
class?
to not even in history class. I've read the book, but I haven't
English class,
watched the movie.
like 10th grade English. Oh my god, it's a classic. It is incredible. Gregory Peck gives one of the best movie dad performances. What can be said about To Kill a Mockingbird that hasn't been said a billion times? Honestly, one of the most powerful films ever made, and honestly, a perfect adaptation of the book. And to pair with To Kill a Mockingbird, I am gonna go for a little comedy, spice things up a little bit. I'm taking Legally Blonde.
No, that's the one with Anatomy. It's like, oh, something a little bit more modern that I really love, but dang, I should have gone with that.
You should have gone with that. I would not have taken A Few Good Men, but Legally Blonde. It perfectly balances the comedy aspects and kind of the courtroom legal stuff. Elle Woods is a fantastic character, and honestly, this movie is just not only one of my favorite comedies, but definitely one of my favorite legal movies out there. There's another comedy on the board that is also a great legal movie. I don't know if you're going to take it, though. I don't know if you've seen it.
I want to take movies that speak to me, and the first one that speaks to me is one that I know a lot of people may not really love, but yeah, we got to commit to the bit here. So give me the 2020 COVID rightful Best Picture winner, The Trial of the Chicago 7.
I don't know about Best Picture winner, but it was a deserving nomination. I think people don't give it enough credit.
And to go with another movie a lot of people didn't get enough credit to, this came out in 2019. It's one that I saw at the Virginia Film Festival. I loved. I feel like this should have been a major Oscar contender. I don't really know what happened with its release. It kind of got like dug into like early January, late December, but that is the Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, Brie Larson starring courtroom drama, Just Mercy. I feel like this one really nails what you want out of a movie like this. It's both emotional, it's both funny, it's both super engaging, and it's one that I just feel like is kind of like a few movies I've mentioned so far. You can just put it on and just be so wrapped up into the story and so engaged with it, and it stays with you after you've watched it.
Great Jamie Foxx performance too.
Yes.
Okay, for my next pick, I am going to take the greatest Christmas movie ever made, which is Miracle on 34th Street, in which Santa Claus has to go to trial to prove that he is truly Santa. Honestly, I don't know if I'd call the whole movie a courtroom movie, but at least the last 45 minutes of it focuses on this trial of Kris Kringle. And to pair with that, Dylan, do you want me to pick something that's gonna make you hate me? No, I won't pick the thing. Okay, I'll tell you afterwards what I was gonna pick.
Okay.
For my final pick, I am going to take a 1962 movie, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest dramas ever made. Honestly, maybe had an argument to win Best Picture that year, although I think it was up against Lawrence of Arabia, so maybe not. But that was Judgment at Nuremberg. This is a post-World War II drama. It follows the trials that happened at Nuremberg following the Second World War, the trials of the Nazis. The acting ensemble in this movie is unlike anything else. It won Best Actor for Maximilian Schell, and it should have won for Judy Garland. Honestly, an amazing film. Great script.
Well, to round out this draft, I feel like I gotta go with one of the most iconic stars that we have currently working in Hollywood, because he dipped his toes in the legal procedural a few years ago, and that is the Oscar winner, Matthew McConaughey. So give me The Lincoln Lawyer. This is one of the first movies I watched once I super got into film, and it just has a special place in my heart. Is it the best movie in the world? No, but it's one that, if we're talking legal movies, if we're talking courtroom movies, is one I would love to have on my roster.
Great pick. I'm not a huge fan of the movie, but it is part of the McConaughey-sance, part of the rebirth of Matthew McConaughey's career. So to recap, on my team, I've got 12 Angry Men, To Kill a Mockingbird, Legally Blonde, Miracle on 34th Street, Judgment at Nuremberg.
And on the flip side, I have Anatomy of a Fall, A Few Good Men, The Trial of Chicago 7, Just Mercy, and The Lincoln Lawyer. As always, head over to the YouTube community tab, cast your vote. It can be for the team that you think has the best film. That's probably Matt's. But if you want to vote for the team that's maybe the best all across the board, which I hope that you agree it's mine, vote for me. I kind of need it. I don't want to keep taking L's here. But as always, consider dropping a subscription, dropping a like if you've made it this far. Comment down below with what movie you would take first overall. It's probably 12 Angry Men, so maybe what movie you would take second overall. And as always, this is Fantasy Filmball. My name is Dyl.
And my name is Matt. Thanks for watching. You know what neither of us picked?
What did we not pick?
Oppenheimer.
Oh. Yeah.